1961. Well, London was buzzing, swinging 60s was just beginning, everything was changing, fashion, politics, we had the pill. I think Charlie got pushed out a little bit, which he was for the rest of his life, untreated, and when he went into his violent rages, I think, you know, there's only two people on earth that could stop him, and that was Violet Kray, his mother, and Reggie. So I think Reggie slipped into that role as pacifier and to look after him. When they walked into a pub or a club where I was often at, along here on the Grave Morris, in their nightclubs, there's that sort of sense of menace the minute he walked into the room. More so Ronnie, I'd see people laughing and having a good time 5 minutes before he walked through the door. The minute he walked through the door, that laughter stopped. The conversation dimmed. People were terrified that he would say, "Are you laughing at me?" And then he had that paranoid feeling that they were laughing at him, and then there'd be a bloodbath. Reggie knew Frances, I think, from the age about 14, but first of all, he knew her brother. I mean, they were two good-looking kids, but basically, from a woman's point of view, I think the brother was even better looking than the sister. The brother looked like a very, very young Montgomery Cliff. That's who I can only think of. Beautiful, you know, and I think Reggie, who had tendencies to be as gay as his brother, I think really fancied the there with Violet and say, "I'll be back later." Even 5 minutes after he walked out the door, she'd look at the clock. So of course he went to an ordinary prison, Ronnie Kray, which should never have happened. He should have been treated as insane, which he was, but could be okay on medication, and Mrs. Kray used to treat him with medication. She'd go and get the pills and keep him quiet, and that was fine until he got outside. But once you're in prison, I mean, you've really got to be assessed by psychiatrists, and that was never known for the first year or two. He should have really gone straight to Broadmoor, where he could be treated. They were fine until he got to Broadmoor, and then he wanted to live exactly inside as he'd lived outside. But of course lots of people were jumping on bandwagons then, as everybody knows. The t-shirts came out, the mugs with their names on them, pens, oh my God, as you say, scaffolding, vans had their pictures on, walls, you know, guys had Kray hats on up the top of scaffold. I've never seen anything like it. But then you see, then people started writing to them in prison saying, "Can I visit?" And only family and close family could visit for the first few years. And eventually, when I wanted to go to visit, I had to be vetted by the Home Office because they were Category A. And a guy came to see me in my house. I was living in Chigwell, from the Home Office, asking me, "Who lives with you? You know, your husband? Who's the little boy?" I said, "My son." "What do you do for a living?" I said, "I'm a model." It was a really good assessment before I could even go and visit. In this place, he said, "They're all mad in here." And I turned around and I said, you know, I was with Jack Lee and I was with Tony Lambriano. I said, "But Ronnie, you are mad." And it all went silent, you know. And he said, "Good job you're a woman." In other words, if a man had said that, I'd have been no more. And then I was at home when I literally heard it on the news. And I spoke to several people in the East End. They said, "Yeah, it's true." And then I was phoned by Reggie the following day saying, "I want you to do the seating in the church. He's going to be buried like he always wants to, like a king." There were 26 limos. There's the famous picture of the 26 limos going over the Bow flyover. Quite a sad day for Reggie because he wasn't allowed to go into a funeral car with his brother, Charlie. He had to travel behind the horses with the carriage in a prison van, handcuffed in the church. We did ask as soon as he arrived, could he just be unhandcuffed for the service? No, they said, like as if he was going to escape and stop his parole or pay disrespect to his twin brother, and he did the whole thing with dignity.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please join our Facebook Facebook group. It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you there soon.